If you guys are a real estate agent, property manager, or real estate firm, having a professional real estate website is almost a requirement. 75% of visitors will judge a real estate website's credibility based on the web design and the user interface. Your website design is a reflection of your business, so it's important to have the best WordPress theme to fit your business needs. In this video, I'll be showing you the top 5 best real estate themes for WordPress. I purchased the top 15 real estate WordPress themes, and I narrowed my list down to 5 real estate themes that offer the most features, yet are also very simple to use and navigate. And as a bonus, before we begin, I do want to mention that every theme that I'll be showing you guys fully integrates with MLS IDX. Most real estate agents today have their own MLS, and I think that's almost a requirement for a real estate website. IDX stands for the Internet Data Exchange, and this allows agents and brokers to access and display MLS listing information on their real estate websites. MLS stands for Multiple Listing Services. This is essentially a database created by the real estate brokers to provide data about their properties. MLS allows brokers to see each other's listings of properties for sale or for rent with the goal of connecting home buyers to sellers. And make sure to stay till the end of the video because I'll be showing you some MLS IDX integration services that will integrate your MLS onto your real estate websites. Also, for these themes, there are some hosting requirements, so I do recommend to watch the hosting recommendation in the middle of the video. And with that said, let's go ahead and show you guys the best real estate themes for WordPress. First up, Houses theme. The Houses theme is the most popular real estate theme for WordPress. It has beautiful demos, tons of elements, and integrates with MLS IDX. Although I do love this theme, there are some small drawbacks, so let's talk about it. When you first install the theme, you can import the demo content located in the Houses section. You can scroll to the bottom, then click on Demo Import right away. There are some server requirements that you must have in order for the MLS to work, but I'll explain this later in the video. When you scroll to the bottom, you'll see a list of available demos, and the demos look fantastic. You can use these demos whether you're a basic real estate agent, a real estate firm, or if you just want to create a real estate website like Zillow. The Houses theme comes with more than 30 demos you can use on your websites. When you click on Demo Import, it'll prompt you to install some other plugins. These are optional and not required, so you can skip this by clicking on Continue Import. The theme will then start to import the demo content. And after just a few minutes, it'll import your website and then you can visit the websites. Now, my first time importing the demo, it actually brought me to a post page. This is a quick fix. All you need to do is assign the home page in the website homepage section in the theme customizer. Once you do this, you'll be able to fix the home page, or you can select any home page that you'd like. So as you can tell, the landing pages look pretty nice. When you click on the search bar, it'll then bring you to the search results page. Here you can see they've created a very similar interface to websites like Coldwell Banker, Century 21, and even Zillow. The theme offers various different search results pages. There's a listing with a sidebar to the right side of the page, or you can put it to the left side. There's also a listing view. This displays property in a listing format. They also have this very interesting parallax effect, which stacks the properties on top of each other, creating this interesting parallax effect. Now, I know this won't work for everyone, but it still looks pretty cool. The Houses theme uses Elementor for its primary page builder. If you click on Edit with Elementor, you can turn on the page builder and then design your websites. The Houses theme comes with more than 40 different elements for the Elementor page builder. With these elements, you can display listings and also add in specific search filter elements. With the Houses theme, the elements are pretty easy to understand. You can simply drag and drop the elements, and the demo content propagates quite nicely. You can showcase your properties with a grid view or a few different styles, and you can even adjust the image resolution. I do like this layout. I think version 2 to edit properties is quite nice. It displays the number of beds, the number of baths, and even the square footage. Overall, the elements for Elementor are pretty useful. I don't think I would use all of them, but they're still nice to have. Next, let's talk about the theme options, which are probably the most important aspect of the theme. The theme categorizes itself into 3 different sections: the theme options, the Houses options, and then the real estate options. I do like the simplicity of this. The Houses options displays necessary plugins and also a field builder. This essentially allows you to create custom fields for your websites. Custom fields are fields where you can ask for more information such as credit scores, bankruptcies, or anything else you want to select. There's also custom post types. The great part about this theme is they've auto-created the most obvious custom post types. The only drawback is you cannot create any more, which could be limited for some. There's also taxonomies. These are essentially tags for your property and search filters. Overall, the Houses theme options are the more technical parts of your websites. You can also use Currency Switcher, which actually pulls live rates from openexchange.org. Next, let's talk about the theme options. Now, the theme options can be a little confusing because the theme options in this section are the same options on the left side of the sidebar. I'm not really sure why they duplicated this. It makes it look really complicated, but these are actually referring to the same exact options. The general options are pretty basic. You have basic website layouts where you can change specific layouts for properties, and also a back to top button and a few other features. It also does have a translation where you can adjust the translation for specific words on your theme. You can upload your logo and choose between various headers. You can also create one from scratch using the Elementor Pro version. Also, there is an option where you can add a top bar above your websites, and they do have some options like a splash page, which basically just creates a quick page, but I do think these options are more depreciated because all this can be done with the page builder. You also have the option to create a nice login and register page on your website. They also have a property detail page where you can select specific layouts for your listings. You can also create your own property page from scratch using the Elementor Page Builder Pro. They also do have a layout manager option. This essentially allows you to add in sections on your property. For example, here is the overview, description, and address on the actual property. You can essentially mix and match these elements using the layout manager. If you want the description at the top, you can then move it to the top and then click on Save Changes, and then the changes will apply to all your listings. If I refresh the page, you'll see that the description now appears at the top. This is probably not the best builder because you'll be forced to refresh the page, but it works and it's not bad. You can add things like a walk score, Yelp, nearby places, and also schedule a tour at specific properties. You also have 3 different options for your search results pages where you can choose a half map, a normal page, or you can choose a sidebar. With this theme, you can also have memberships. If you want to have users pay to have access to your websites or charge memberships, you can integrate payment gateways like Stripe and also PayPal. The theme does have its own custom gateway, but I would definitely recommend WooCommerce because you can add in more payment gateways this way. What are the drawbacks with this theme? Well, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom and then scroll all the way up to see the changes that you've made, which can get really annoying and it's really cluttered. I think they should probably fix this. But the rest are just general miscellaneous options that you may or may not never use. Now there's one thing I wanted to touch base on, and that was the Elementor settings. You'll need to go to the Elementor settings and turn on specific post types. This will allow you to fully customize these pages, as I mentioned earlier about specific property pages you can create from scratch. However, there are some small drawbacks to this. You can't really customize the search page. If you activate the Elementor Page Builder on the search page, there's very few areas where you can actually use the page builder. However, when I did add in elements, it got really glitchy. And it's probably not a good idea to use Elementor on the search results page. Although technically you can, it just feels like the theme is not meant for this, so I would refrain from using the page builder on the search results page. Adding in properties is quite simple. If you guys decide to use the manual way of adding properties, you can click on Add a Property, and then you can add in the title, some description. Also, the custom fields will propagate where users can enter in their property settings, more pictures of the property, a virtual tour, and contact information. You can actually choose specific agents to receive leads from specific properties. Once you're done entering this information, you'll click on Publish and publish the property. Here you can see the listing. All the fields fully propagated and everything looks great. I do think this is quite easy, and I do like the simplicity of this of creating properties with this specific theme. Now the best thing about this theme is probably the CRM. Every agent, including yourself, will have the options to edit their own personal accounts. Here they can view the properties, they can create listings, pay invoices, and a lot more. What's even better, you can use this theme as a property management website because you can accept payments and subscriptions. You can also see statistics for specific properties. For example, over here, I'll click on single family home. When I click on view stats, you will actually see how many people are viewing the property. You can see the views, unique views, and just general traffic about how many people clicked on a specific property. This can actually help you understand if a house is hot or if the house might need a price adjustment. Many themes do not offer this, and this is a notable feature about this specific theme. Overall, I do think the houses theme is a pretty solid real estate WordPress theme. I do think the theme options need to be a little cleaned up, but once you adjust these options, you won't have to come back to them again. The theme does integrate with many IDX MLS services, and I'll explain this later near the end of the video. I would give this theme a solid A-. I think the whole theme needs a little bit of work, but it'll get the job done just fine. The houses theme costs about $69, and this is a one-time payment for lifetime access. Next up, WP Residence. The WP Residence theme has some really creative designs. It's one of the more different WordPress themes that allow you to display your listings with specific styles. The theme has all the basic functions for real estate websites. The theme also has some really nice pros and some small cons. For starters, it has a really nice property page style, but the search results page can be quite confusing to design. So let's dive into it. The theme has a few different plugins you'll need to install for the theme to work. The demos look great and are really multi-purpose. I think the demos with this theme are probably the best ones on this entire list. After importing the demo, you can design the websites. The theme primarily uses Elementor. However, it also does work with the Visual Composer. WP Residence has more than 50 elements for the Elementor page builder. They have standard elements like displaying your listing, agents, and even a contact form builder. They also have elements specifically for building your own property ad page. I do like the listing cards with this theme. You can display your listings on specific pages and create a really nice format, and there's several to choose from. You can choose the styles here, or you can actually set all of them to display one specific style in the general settings. As I mentioned earlier, the theme gives you enough elements to build your own ad page. Now, if you don't want to rely on the default ad page, you can always create one from scratch using the Elementor page builder. And then all you got to do is just assign this as your main property page. The great part about this is you don't need to have Elementor Pro to do this. Now let's talk about the theme options. Now I don't know why, but these theme developers decided to also duplicate the theme options in so many places. Quite literally, it's everywhere. It's on the sidebar. It's in the WP Residence theme options. It's even also available on the front end of the theme customizer. I'm not sure why the developer decided to have so many theme options in so many different places. It's just completely unnecessary. The theme options are pretty standard with this theme. However, there are some small drawbacks. The theme developer did not properly assign the categories to the necessary sections. For example, if you go to the General Options and Appearance tab, this is actually redesigned the search results page. However, they probably should have put these options in the search results sections instead, and this is the same thing for the listing. You'll have to go to the design and style in the general settings, but they've already created a property page area to design with. So it's very confusing why they put the styling options in the general settings and not in the sections where you can design them. In fact, I actually had to research this and go to documentation because at first I couldn't figure it out, which is kind of crazy. I've noted with this theme, if you use the elements on the search results page, it gets very buggy and glitchy, and I did get some fatal errors, so I would avoid that at all costs. Now you can modify the search page slightly in the appearance section by disabling the map. You can also move the sidebar to the left side or to the right side, but that's pretty much it. But I do think that's necessary. Another cool feature is you guys get your own personal custom dashboard where you can adjust the logo and change the background colors for your real estate agents. The theme also has monetization options where you can monetize your website. You can charge memberships or charge users to post listings on your websites. It has a built-in Stripe integration, a PayPal integration, and also a WooCommerce integration where you can use WooCommerce to check out directly on your websites. It also has an MLS IDX integration where you can integrate MLS directly from your backends. Lastly, the CRM for this WordPress theme is really clean and modern. It presents a really nice dashboard where you can view your properties. It also shows the most visited listings in your backend where you can view the property listings, check the price, the status, and also the category. You can also see your invoices and any messages from any interested buyers who want to buy your properties. It's a pretty solid backend. It could be slightly improved, but I do like the look and feel of this. They kept it really simple. Overall, the theme has massive potential. It offers a good array of options to build a real estate website. The CRM also looks really great and has a built-in integration for an MLS. I do also like that you can create custom ad pages from scratch without Elementor Pro. I did get some small errors with this theme, but this was primarily due when I was trying to adjust the search results page. I would give this theme a solid B+. The theme is on the right track, and if the styling options were approved, it definitely would have got an A. You can buy WP Residence on ThemeForest. It costs $69, and that's a one-time payment for lifetime access. Next up, Real Estate 7. Real Estate 7 is the only WordPress theme that is backed by a company with their own MLS and IDX products. Now, there's something very important to note about this WordPress theme. This theme is sold at two places, ThemeForest and also their website. However, the theme sold at ThemeForest is a bare bone limited version of the actual theme. I do not recommend buying it from ThemeForest. Essentially, it has less features. If you want the real Estate 7 theme, you'll need to purchase it from their website. It does cost more, but it has all the features. Now, before I go into their custom services and the WordPress theme, the theme does have some specific server requirements. I would definitely recommend going with hosting your cloud to meet this criteria. So let's take a look at the theme. When you first install the theme will prompt you with their setup wizard. You'll need to make sure you meet the server requirements. You also have the option to use a child theme for this specific WordPress theme. This is necessary if you plan to use custom code. Next, you'll be prompted to enter the license code. Now, you'll need to make sure you get the actual license code from Real Estate 7. This will give you access to all the demos and the features for this WordPress theme. So I do recommend to buy it from their website versus ThemeForest. When you activate the license code, you'll have to install some plugins in order for the demos to work. There's about 10 plugins to install in order to make the theme fully optimal. Next, you'll have the option to select demos. There's demos from 1 to 12, and these demos are actually located on their websites. For now, I'll just use 12. It does take a few minutes for the demo to import. Once you import the demo, you can view their websites. And as you guys can tell, the demos look great. Everything imported successfully, and the demo importer is actually quite easy to use. Here you can take a look at all the listings that are available. Users can change it from a list view and also to a grid view. You can also disable the map by clicking on the tabs. Now this theme also has a notable feature, or if you click on the properties, it will display houses like Zillow. If you want properties to display sort of like that Zillow style, they have a feature to implement that for all of their properties. It displays everything in a really nice clean format, and you can also book an appointment right here on the page. You'll be able to see additional statistics like Yelp information, and you'll also be able to contact the agent that manages the property. You can also check out the analytics, compare versus other properties, favorite properties, and also check out all the photos, and you can compare each one side by side to get more information about each property. The theme itself is compatible with Elementor. It has more than about 30 elements for the Elementor page builder. It has various listings for your listings as well. They have modern style, modern to minimal, and standard. The theme doesn't offer that many elements for the Elementor page builder. Quite honestly, I don't think you need all the elements. As long as they have cool listings and a search filter, I think that's pretty much all you need. Now let's take a look at the theme options. The first thing you'll need to do is close these pop-ups in the back end by dismissing the notice. If you click on the X, they'll pop back up again, and this is actually quite annoying, so they should probably disable this. The options are very similar to the other WordPress themes on this list. You'll see in the general settings where you can pick between different styles, you can choose different page layouts. They also have this flex slider where you can change and adjust the slider on your website. You can also choose specific skins where you can apply specific style on your website. They also do have other options in the advanced settings like a walk score and also a few other integrations. I would personally go with the theme customizer in the front end. You guys can create a skin and then choose specific colors and a palette to fit your specific real estate needs. The theme has various styling options for your search page. Here you can see the standard grid, modern grid, minimal grid, and there's a few different styles on how to display your listings on the right side of your page. The theme also does allow you to use different currencies, different square footage or meters, enabling lot sizes, options for the beds, baths, and rooms, and tons of other custom fields. You can also customize the single listing page. Here you can pick between 5 different templates. And what I like is the theme customizer. You can actually use the theme customizer from the front end without having to do everything from the back end, which is pretty helpful. You can also choose to create a custom listing page from scratch using the Elementor Pro version. If you do have Elementor Pro enabled, you guys can actually create your own single property page using their elements. You'll need to make sure Elementor Pro is enabled. Once you enable Elementor Pro, you can go into the theme builder and build a custom page from scratch. If you go to single post, here you can create it under single post. On the left side, you'll see Real Estate 7 elements. This is where you guys can create a single page from scratch using the elements. So it's nice to know that you have this flexibility. Once you're done designing your page, you'll need to add a condition. Once you save it under listing, this is your new global ad page for all your listings. Now there's a few other options I wanted to point out about specifically using Elementor Pro. If you guys do have Elementor Pro, you guys can access their blocks. This theme comes with more than 200 blocks with this WordPress theme. However, if you're using the free version of Elementor, these blocks will not be available. Out of all the WordPress themes, I think this is the only one to offer 200 more blocks for the users, which is pretty convenient if you want to build a website from scratch instead of using their pre-made templates. However, they also do have the pre-made templates available here on the right side where you can import these directly onto your website. So you can always mix and match between templates if you have the Pro version of Elementor installed. If you're looking for a theme with front-end submission, I would not recommend using this theme. The theme also does not have a monetization option. So if you're looking to turn this into some sort of directory website, this theme is definitely more geared for MLS IDX. Another awesome feature with this theme is the automated home valuation. The automated home valuation plugin offers instant and personalized home evaluations based on local market data. This is a must-have for real estate agents and brokers looking to convert more home seller leads. If you go to Zillow.com, you'll see the price per properties. This is essentially the same thing. I know this because I actually entered my property and they told me what it was worth. Now there's a few different services this company offers. The theme does also offer a self-hosted package where you can purchase the theme, the IDX, and also their CRM. This also includes the automated home evaluations, which will evaluate homes from a large database. They do also have a suite of extensions that you can choose from. They do have many personalized services where they can even integrate the MLS for you on their website for a monthly fee. If you want to learn more, there's a chat box on the bottom right, and you can ask them exactly what every package entails, just to make sure there's no confusion when you purchase the package. The theme itself costs $129 a year, and the IDX plugin integration costs about $79 a month. If you're looking for a stress-free setup with your MLS IDX, I would definitely buy from this website. I would give this WordPress theme a solid B+. And just remember to buy the theme from their website. The theme costs about $129 a year. Hey party people, real quick, I want to give you guys a quick heads up. If you guys do like these real estate WordPress themes that I'm showing you guys, there is something to note. Now these real estate WordPress themes do require specific hosting. Literally, they do require specific hosting requirements such as max execution time and memory limits. With normal shared hosts, you usually cannot adjust this. However, I do recommend Hostinger. Hostinger is among the cheapest and fastest web hosting. In fact, in order for the MLS to work properly, you may need to adjust these limits. With Hostinger, you can adjust the max execution time, memory limits, and any other specs to make these themes and MLS optimal. I would definitely go with their cloud hosting if you're looking to immigrate MLS. However, the shared hosting will do just fine. It's really easy to adjust these settings. You just go to your hosting options, change the limits, save, and you're done. Now I do also have the largest discount code available for Hostinger. If you guys use the coupon code Daryl10, this is the largest discount code available for Hostinger. It's even better than their Black Friday discounts. So if you're looking for hosting, I would definitely check out Hostinger. I'll leave a link to Hostinger in the description of this video. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump back to the video. Next up, the Static plugin. Now this is not necessarily a theme, but it's actually a standalone plugin. You can use this plugin for any theme that you guys choose. The Static plugin has been a real estate plugin for about 10 years that primarily focuses on real estates. I like this plugin because it's actually really simple to use and you can use any page builder with this plugin. What's cool is you can try this plugin for free in the WordPress repository if you want to get your feet wet. The free version is pretty generous. You can create listings, add custom fields, and also add listing fields. I think out of all the themes and plugins, this one is the most simplified on this entire list. When you first start, you can access the dashboard. Here you can see the field builder, short codes, my listing, the services, sales, change log, services, and sales. The next tab is the listing tab. This is where all your listings are displayed. You can edit the titles, publish them, delete them, duplicate, and edit all your listings right here. You can click on add new property and add a property. You will then give the property a name and then fill out the general information such as location, images, and any basic features. These options are propagated through the data manager and field builder. With the data manager, you can add in information like rental periods, interior features, exterior features, and you can also add tags. You can also add in your own locations with the data manager. The next is the field builder. Here you can add in custom fields such as price per square foot, total rooms, and a few other custom fields. You can also add in floor plans, nearby schools, and a few other options. The settings options will allow you to change the general listings like the layout for the listing pages and also the single listing pages. You can also adjust the listing search here with the filter options just in case you want specific search features for your search bar. Speaking of search bar, the Static plugin has a built-in integration with Elementor. The search bar has about 6 different styles to choose from, but I think the most important option is the search and also the listings. Users with this plugin have their own personal custom dashboard where they can adjust the profile in the free version. However, users cannot submit listings in the free version, and that is one drawback. But now let's talk about the Pro. The Pro version costs around $89. This gives you access to all the features, including the front-end submissions. The only thing it doesn't give you access to is the MLS integration. If you do want the access to MLS integration, they have a private service that will integrate it for you for about $650. Now, from a real estate perspective, I do think the pricing options are fair. You can basically hire these guys to do all the custom coding for you, MLS integration, for $650. And this will take care of all your real estate problems. I know from a web designer's perspective, this might sound expensive, but I work with real estate agents that are managing multi-million-dollar properties, and I think the least thing they care about is a $650 fee to set up their entire real estate ecosystem. When activating the Pro version, you need to make sure the free version is unactivated, because both of them tend to conflict. Once you activate the Pro, you have access to everything, where you can create agents, agencies, you'll have access to all the short codes, and you'll have access to all the options on the left side. There isn't much they give you on the Pro, but they do give you the front-end submission, which is probably the biggest thing. This will allow people to post on your websites. In the Pro version, you also do get the option to monetize your websites, where you can create pricing options and subscriptions for your websites. All you gotta do is click on Create Page, and they'll create the pricing page for you. What I find annoying is all these real estate companies tend to duplicate theme options, which can be downright annoying. Under the subscriptions tab, you guys can create payment plans for subscriptions or set up a one-time payment. Now, I'm a little bit too lazy to create pricing plans from scratch, so here's a small presentation. Here you can see users will have the option to purchase a one-time listing fee, or they can purchase a subscription. Now, there is 2 large caveats with this product. The first one is this only has the payment gateway for PayPal. That means you must have a PayPal account in order to integrate this payment gateway. They do not have any other payment gateways at the time of making this video. Another big caveat is the refund policy. They don't have one. Here you'll see the refund policy. They do not give you refunds for any conditions, but I think they probably should. Hopefully they will in the future. Under the facts section about the Pro, it looks like they forgot to add some text here, but whatever. They will only offer refunds in case they cannot figure out why the MLS is not working. So if you just don't like it, too bad. They don't give refunds. I would definitely recommend to contact these guys before you purchase anything on their websites. Remember, you only get the Pro version for $89, and this does not include the MLS feature. However, I do like the simplicity of this product. I think out of most products, they tend not to overly complicate with so many options. So I do like this plugin. And they have been in the business for more than 10 years. I would give this plugin a solid B-. The interface could be better, the refund policy could be better, but I think it's very simple and easy for basic real estate agents. Next up, WP Rentals. Now this is the only real estate theme with an exception. It does not have an MLS integration. However, you can use this theme for various purposes. If you want to create an Airbnb style website, a rental website, or any type of rental service, you can use this WordPress theme. The theme offers demos in various niches such as owning many properties, villas, and even office space for rent where you can rent out office space for your property. You could even go as farther as creating a yacht rental website for your boats or even vehicles. Another example is winter sports where you can rent out sports equipment by the hour. Or you can charge people by day or even monthly with this WordPress theme. Now I previously showed you guys a WordPress theme called WP Residence. The same theme is created by the same company. If you look at the options are almost identical to that of WP Residence. It's the same interface, the same general options. They even have the same duplicate theme options, which I thought was a little unnecessary. The theme also carries the same styling design, which I did not like, which was under the appearance section. This is how you would change the property list, listing page, and even the blog cards. The theme comes with more than 30 widgets for the Elementor page builder. They're very similar to the WP Residence theme where you can display your listings and also display your categories. You can also drag and drop their booking form if you want to create a booking form style landing page. And the booking form looks pretty slick. I do like the design. However, the theme does have some notable differences between WP Residence. You'll see that they have their own booking integration, where you can book invoices, memberships, packages, and also submit listings. The listing page also allows you to create categories for your listings. You can then use these categories to rent out whatever you guys would like. You can also add additional categories like features and amenities where you can showcase things like air conditioner, dryers, essentials, or any other attributes you might want to add. Under payment and submit options, you can adjust the settings on what you want people to rent out, like vacation rentals or property rentals. Here you can select specific fields for your listing submissions for your users. You can enable pay per listing or even offer a membership. This is mainly for users who want to post on your website. When a user posts on your website, they will have their own personal custom dashboard. It's very similar to WP Residence, but I do like this one a little bit more. It has a dashboard profile option and it also displays their listings. If they want to create a new property, they can click on add a listing, and this is where they can add their listing. Your users can charge people by the day or even the weekend. They will then go through all the sections like details, locations, amenities, and they can fill everything else right here. Once filled out, it will be available for your approval from your custom dashboard. You can also see their reservations, their bookings, and even their own inbox to view messages from other users. I've used many WordPress themes that tried to replicate this theme, but I feel like this theme did it best. If you want to rent out anything, I think this seems ideal. The only thing I would critique again, I hate to be so repetitive, is just the options. They just pound the options everywhere and it's hard to know where to start from. It's a pretty good theme if you want to create an Airbnb style website or any type of rental website you guys want. I would give WP Rentals a solid B. It has everything you need to create a rental website, but at the same time, I wish they made it a little bit more intuitive. You can buy WP Rentals on ThemeForest. It costs $69, and again, this is a one-time payment for lifetime access. So now that we talked about WordPress themes, now I'll talk about IDX MLS. If you guys are looking for an IDX MLS plugin or service to help you with, you guys should definitely check out Realtina. They do have some MLS IDX integrations, and they all work with the themes I've showed you guys on this specific list. I did actually try some of their WordPress themes, but personally guys, I would not recommend any WordPress theme from Realtina just because I felt they were a little glitchy and a little dated. However, the plugin is very useful. You can even give them a call on their websites. Another great service is IDX Broker. If you're looking for help with your IDX, they actually do offer their own IDX, and they'll even install on your website. They do have some plans available, and they'll charge you guys on a monthly basis. You guys can always give them a phone call. The last one is Real Estate 7. They actually have their own IDX MLS that they've created from scratch, and they can help you integrate it on your website for just a few $100s. Out of these 3 services, I'd probably go with Real Estate 7. Real Estate 7 has been in the industry for more than 10 years, and they only focus on real estate. Plus, they'll help you integrate everything for a one-time fee. Plus, if you have any issues with your website, they'll help you fix it with their theme, and also they'll help you with the IDX MLS integration. All right, party people, thank you guys so much for watching this best real estate WordPress theme video. If you guys have any questions or recommendations or comments, let me know in the comments below. Now, there were 3 themes also I do want to critique, and I actually made a whole section in this video, but for some reason, the file was corrupted and I didn't want to make it again. So I'll just tell you guys the themes, right? One of them was Real Homes. Real Homes is the second most installed or purchased theme on ThemeForest, but when I was using the theme, I noticed that it has a lot of conditional changes. For example, if you would change one feature, another feature would be disabled, and so on and so forth. It would just create this whole puzzling atmosphere with the theme. So for that reason, Real Homes did not make the list. The other one was the Homey theme. I did purchase and try the Homey theme, and it's actually had the same problems. And it had the same problems because they're created by the same developer. And I actually had several support tickets opened over the last 2 years with Homey, and I felt like it was just another nightmare, right? You would turn on something, it would disable something else. You would turn something off, it would turn something else on. And it was just like, why did they do this? It blew my mind why they would make such a riddling, puzzling theme, right? And the last one, now this is not really criticism, but this is more like a 50-50, was HomePress. I felt like HomePress, I like their setup wizard. Their setup wizard was really simple to use, but the actual builder of how you actually build fields and stuff like that, it was really messy and sticky and confusing, but I do like their wizard where you'd select the layouts and stuff like that. So yeah, HomePress, I'm on this fence about. You know, it's I would say it's 50-50. If these themes didn't work out for you, you guys can definitely check out HomePress. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I hope this video brought a lot of value. I know when making these videos actually takes a long time because I have to really open the hood and find out, you know, what's good about it, the features, yada yada yada. So I was just so tired of generic content on the internet about like, oh, the 40 best WordPress themes for real estate, and they just list a bunch of like random themes. I'm like, this is not helpful, right? So hopefully this video helped you guys out, and see you guys in the next video, party people. Take care.